All right, going to play some classic hardcore here. So if you go to do this, I didn't even know. So if you do this, you have to just log on classic, and there's a little tab down here that says hardcore. So there's only two servers. One's full, one has high. My first reaction is they might need to make new servers, but they probably don't want to like spread out the population too much. I don't really care if I'm on what server I'm on because I'm not really going to play endgame. And I know I had a guildie mention this server, so just in case that's where other people go that I know, I'm going to go Defias Pillager. You with a low population. There is no server with a low population. Let's see. Okay. So we're going to go Dwarf. Body 1. Now, my first character ever is a Dwarf Warrior. So any character I do in the classic hardcore, not any character, like if I make it to 60 and I'm having fun doing it, like whatever, I'll do whatever. But as far as any first character to 60, it's either going to be a Dwarf or a Gnome. Complete nostalgia reasons, that's why I started as. First character was a Dwarf Warrior. I'm not gonna go warrior. Basically, warrior is very hard. I'm not looking for this to be a challenge. That's just like it is a challenge. I'm not looking for it to be the hardest ever. I'm gonna go rat, as the title might infer here. I don't really care what he looks like. I guess I kind of try to make him like my original guy or whatever. Hairstyle was maybe like that. Let's see. That's probably that one. Hair color, what's that? Facial hair, was probably that or close to it. Okay. Highly doubt anybody has my name. I agree. Disable add-ons, I don't need add-ons. Enter world. Let's go.
The stoic dwarves of
Ironforge
spent countless generations mining treasures from deep within.
Now, as nostalgic as this is, I
Hidden
have
within their
heard this about 10
impregnable
trillion
stronghold,
times, so
Ironforge Mountain.
I will just cancel that. Cool. Okay. So, first thing, let's go to options. Auto loot, sure. I didn't know they had all these new options on the old server. That's pretty cool. Interface. Action bars. Don't need these yet, but good to have them. Target to target. I like floating combat text. And then key bindings, action bar. Is everything? It looks like everything's saved. Let's go to action bar 2. Okay, this all stuff appears to be saved, which means that, like, okay, yeah, everything's good there. Don't need auto attack. We'll put Holy Light like up there. Stone form. Find treasure. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Hi.
Sten Stout Arm. Ah, well, aren't you a sturdy looking one?
Watch your back.
Sten Stout Arm wants 8 pieces of wolf
Off with
meat.
you.
Alright, Sten. Let's see how many people are here. Okay. It could be a lot more. I intentionally didn't really play the first day because I just figured it would be really, really busy. So I did not want to deal with that. This has a lot more promise. Okay. We got some chain pants as well. Ugh. It's gonna be hard to find wolves, so I'm gonna kill some trogs as I look for wolves. I don't remember, like, Obviously, I was really bad, but I just don't remember stuff dying this fast back in the day. I don't know if it was just complete lag or like what it was. Like I had a really bad computer, so like obviously that had to play some role in it, but I just don't remember stuff dying this fast. There was like 3 of us hitting it, and it didn't die this fast. 6 more meat, huh? Alright, I'm just gonna kill whatever I see. The problem, so I made 1 paladin on with the add-on on Classic Hardcore, and my biggest issue with Ret was just that I felt too strong. Like I'm like nothing can kill me, and then it almost bit me, it almost bit me, it almost bit me, and then it finally did. The way I died on my paladin was I was like 20 or 24 or something like that, and I could survive like 1 more auto attack, and my auto attack, the thing was at 1 health, and it auto attacked it. It auto attacked me, and then I should have auto attacked it. But somehow my auto attack didn't kill it. I don't even know what happened, if I'm just completely honest. My auto attack did not kill it, and then it auto attacked me. Not only did it auto attack me, it then like did like a really quick auto. So I actually did survive 1 more auto attack, and then it did another one. So. 2 more. People getting all mad at people that are leveling fast. Still check all deaths, but without the annoying sound every second. Alright, so I got some new gear. We got pants. We got gloves. Wait, we have flimsy chain gloves. We have a cloak. We're very geared. Now...
You got my attention.
Outfitters.
See you soon.
We just got gloves, oh well.
Safe travels.
Got new ones.
See you soon.
Deliver the stack
Safe
of letters
travels. Watch your
and
back.
your
Off
the
with
paladin
you.
quests. The worst part about Classic is just all the running. That's the worst part. It's a little too much running. You know, they definitely were time gating you in some ways, but it was a lot cooler the first time you ever
No.
saw it, though.
Keep your feet on the ground. Be good. Break to
Okay,
me.
I'd like to learn Devotion Aura, but I don't have any money,
Safe travels.
so
Talk to me.
I'll sell some crap. Alright,
Be good. What can I do for you?
where'd you go? I lost my paladin guy.
How are you?
Devotion Aura.
See you soon.
Super unkillable. Wait, who do I bring these letters to? Oh, the guy in the camp. I don't see. They're all just... You can find him in the west down the road. Yeah, camp. Then he wants me to kill some boars. Then I have to go to the other camp and deliver some hot coffee or something. That's how that works, I guess. Running. Running simulator. I mean, I could kill stuff on the way, but I have to kill these boars in a second. I really don't want to. I don't know. I guess the whole point is kind of wasting time, but so it's not really a waste of time.
You got my attention. Watch your
Delivery.
back. Off with you.
Deliver the letter. 12 small crag boars. And I get some pants that are worse than my pants, so don't care about the pants. Care about killing crag boar. Really can't wait till I have judgment. Who do I deliver this to? So this will get me to level 3. Just nostalgia, man. That's what's cool about it. I remember back in the day doing this quest and like you're like, oh, there's a boar up here up this hill, like getting all excited about it. And we got lost all the time. Like, I don't know if I mean, clearly we were just stupid or something. But like, we would like look at our maps and be like, we have no idea where to go. It seems so just implicit now to look at it. But like, I would open up this map and I'd be like, okay, this must be that house that we were just in. And I'm like trying to like deduce it. And now it just seems easy. Oh, I really wish I had judgment. What's nice is, like, I don't know what level the mana problem starts with Paladin, but this is not... early on, it doesn't affect you that much. Ah. Thanks, man. Yeah, that stinks you don't play anymore, but it's understandable. I wish there was rat content to do right now on retail. If I'm being honest. Two patches ago. So is that 10.1 or when they did the rework in 10.07? But either way, I mean, I understand just getting bored. I play other games too, so people would make fun of me probably for this, but that's okay. But I actually play Fallout 76. I'm one of the 10,000 people that plays Fallout 76, and I'm a completely free-to-play player, except for I bought the game, of course. And I actually really enjoy it. It's kind of embarrassing because everybody hates it, but like I've been playing that on instead of like doing Mythic Plus and stuff like that on retail, and now I'm doing this instead of doing that kind of thing. I always say that's actually like the key. Like people who like don't like retail anymore or are starting not to like it, I always say the key is like you just gotta like take breaks. You gotta play other games. Like it's not the same world it was, you know, 20 years ago, whatever. Like if you're not doing other things, you're gonna get burnt out. And that goes for most games. Like you can find a game that you play all the time still, but a lot of times it's like a single player game even. And you will eventually run out of stuff to do. So So I always say, you know, if you still like WoW or any other game, you know, take breaks from it. Like, do other stuff. Like, especially if you can get a hobby that's outside or doing something that's not on your computer or whatever, that will make you appreciate the game more. I always know, like, so I used to do manual labor, and I would be outside and just like
What's on your mind?
completely cut off from computer world, and
See you soon.
I would like I would get on WoW and be, like, everything would look like brand new again. And sometimes you just gotta have that break. I feel like I'm missing a quest. Oh, I'm not I didn't ding yet. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on leveling. Okay. Well, whatever. I can just kill these well trolls. Yeah, I think they'll for WoW. I think they'll be hype soon. Like, they're gonna probably announce the expansion at BlizzCon, would be my guess. I'm guessing there'll be some hype for that, especially if they go like old traditional WoW, like big war, big battle trailer. Like Dragonfight's like a chill expansion. You'll hear a bunch of content creators say that Dragonfight's like this chill expansion, which I actually like. Like, I have a 6-year-old kid, and he really likes it. Like, obviously, maybe that shouldn't be their audience, but I think they're gonna try to. A lot of people think they're gonna try to maybe go back. That's why they brought like Chris Metzen back and stuff like that. I think that'll get some hype for a while. But yeah, just waiting for new games. I mean, when Fable someday comes out, that's definitely will be what I'm playing. We went to the zoo today, actually, and so like I just got on my computer when I started this stream, basically, and you know, after walking miles and miles at a zoo, it, like, just getting even on classic, which isn't my favorite game by any means. It's like it's just kind of cool to chill out and do it. I guess I can heal here. Really want to get this chest, but I don't know if I'm going to get to. Oh, don't take my chest. Come on. Oh no, they respawn. Okay, so he has to pull that one if he wants it. Please die. What's his chest at? In here? No. Okay, I'm an idiot. I'm gonna die very early because I can't find this chest. There it is. Totally worth it. I guess every little bit of gold is good. I was watching some of the deaths or whatever so far. I saw a post like 90,000 people died already. That's crazy. And like most of them are in the starting area, which, I mean, I guess I can see. I almost just could have died by not being able to find a chest. Basically, I'm just going to see if I have fun doing this. If I do, then this will be what I fill in, like, with my free time. If it's not fun, then I'll quit. But as long as it's not a bunch of griefing, that's the biggest reason I actually stopped doing the add-on classic hardcore stuff. Was I made 4 characters total. The one that was not grief death was my Ret Paladin, and then, however, the other 3 were all killed by griefing, and so it just wasn't fun. Yeah, doing the dungeon without dying. So yeah, that's the scariest thing, is doing a dungeon. Like, you almost have to play. Like, I did it on my mage for sure, and basically I was just always ready to run and hearth if I had to or whatever. Like, Dead Mines is easy because the hardest part of the dungeon is like on the ship and you can jump on the wheel. I don't know about some of the other dungeons, but like, you basically have to be willing to bail on your team at a moment's notice. Thanks, Club. I appreciate that, man. I wish there was some more stuff on retail to do right now. That's what I was just telling Feta here. I was sorry if I'm not saying your name right, but I was telling him I was wishing I could do more stuff on retail, but there's going to be a lot of news coming out soon. We'll have a 10.2 date probably soon. We'll have Bliss, which if you listen to me, 10.2 date's gonna be in November, and then we'll have basically around the same time we'll have the BlizzCon announcement of the expansion, and then you're just gonna see tons of like videos about that out from the different creators. But, you know, as somebody who does make videos, it is something I look forward to too. I'm not like a big creator or anything like that, but it's still nice to have like cool stuff to talk about. It stinks too, because actually, like, Ret's actually still really fun to play. Like, so what I was hoping is, so we'll probably we got really good progression on Mythic Sark this week, like nearly seeing the end of the boss. Like, if you've done progression rating before, you know, like when you're getting close to a kill, you can just kind of feel it. And we're very close to the kill. I would guess we would kill it next week. Have I liked Dragonflight thus far? I'm gonna address that because I think that's important. But I want to go through and parse on the bosses with this new Ret spec because it's actually really fun, and I thought I could maybe do some videos on that of like parsing, but we won't be able to know until we actually get Mythic Sark down. As far as Dragonflight, I love Dragonflight, so I'm someone who, other than, so I do this Ret Paladin stuff. I literally will crunch numbers sometimes for Ret Paladin stuff, and I'm very serious about it. And I'm, you know, one of the 100 or whatever best Ret Paladins, you know, in the game or whatever. And I'm very serious about it. But other than that, I'm extremely casual when I play games. And so I've actually really liked Dragonflight just as a game, right? Like as a game just to play. Like I like dragon racing. I did all the daycare crap that they put out. And I call it crap, but it was actually pretty fun. They're doing like a secret thing that's coming out soon. Like I like doing that kind of stuff in games. So as like a casual player, I really like it. As a hardcore player, I think it's about average. So like it's like a Mythic Raider. It's about average or so. And then I think what it's just missing is like that big, that big like.
What can I do for you?
Oh, similar to like, I don't know, just like BFA, even though nobody liked BFA or whatever, just how it had like that, it felt big, like it felt like a big war and this thing. I think that's really what Dragonflight's missing. But overall, yeah, I do really like it. I think it's a great expansion. I think it's probably one of the best expansions they've ever made, as far as just a game. But the problem is a lot of the people who play WoW don't view it as a game anymore. Yeah, so classic hardcore is they didn't impose a lot of the rules, but yeah, you die, you cannot even click release spirit. You have to you can either transfer your character to a different classic realm for free, or you have to make a new character. They didn't impose a lot of the rules that were in it. There's like no forced PvP. I know they at least were planning on getting rid of mobs that like flag you for PvP, but you can opt into PvP, and you can do like duels to the death, which is pretty cool. They call it Makara. That's like the orc thing. And so if you duel somebody at level 10, you can duel people, and if you kill them, they're just dead. Like they don't go to 1 health. They actually die, so that's pretty cool. But like a lot of the rules are not enforced here, so you can still trade, you could still do other stuff that makes it not like hardcore, but it is really just the death thing. But you die so much on classic that it actually is hard. Yeah, I think having a solo feature to do would be good. I can agree with that. Like Dragon Racing kind of is that, but it's not the same thing. It doesn't like give you any kind of power or anything like that. So I think I can agree with that. And Mythic Plus, as far as Mythic Plus goes, so my problem with Mythic Plus is when I watched the TGP. So I don't know if you guys watch TGP. That's the Great Push, and that's like a WoW esport, and they basically do really high Mythic Plus keys. And like I would love to do that, just like I like doing Mythic rating, right? I would love to do that really high end stuff, but at the same time, it's like I'm not good at like finding a team and that kind of stuff to do that. And then I also pretty much only play Ret Paladin, and Ret Paladin's almost never in the meta, so it would be very hard to do that. I can play other specs, but it's just I don't want to play other specs. And in some ways, Mythic Plus is actually more time consuming because, like, yeah, running 1 key isn't bad, but when you have to run like 10 keys, that's a lot of time. That's like what, I don't know, 5 hours, something like that. A lot of people who do high keys, Ret Pelly for life, heck yeah. A lot of people who do high keys play the game like, you can Mythic Raid. I Mythic Raid, and I only play the game like 10 hours a week sometimes, or less, right? And then, like, at the beginning of a patch, I have to play more. But, like, right now, I don't have to play it. I can just log in for raid time, 6 hours. That's it. But for Mythic Plus pushing, like, a lot of the people who have the title and stuff, they play, like, 40+ hours a week. So that's wild. So that's where it is for me. Like, for whatever reason with WoW, like, if I do it, I want to like be one of the best at it. I'm not like that with other games. I used to be. I used to be like that with every game. I'm gonna say help this guy. I think he's fine, but yeah, scheduling raid can be rough for sure. Especially, it doesn't fit in with modern gaming either. So if like you do play other games and stuff, which I think you said you do, like it can just feel weird that you have to like schedule time to play WoW, where you don't have to schedule time to play other games as much. Because like even at my level of guild, right? So like World 1000 guild or whatever. So we're very casual, 6 hours a week. Like I said, like World 1000-ish guild. And even with my guild, I forgot to sell crap. I'm gonna have to go back to town. Even with my guild, like, we're very casual, but we still have to like budget our time and stuff like that. Whereas other games, if you were just going to be like the 1000th best player or whatever, or I guess 20,000th best player, you wouldn't necessarily have to like budget your time around it, which is definitely a difference. But I would totally do high Mythic Plus keys. I've only done 1 key that's kind of high, and it was really good. It was really fun. You know, so the best thing that happened to me, and I've stuck with this my guild through a lot of bad times, is just finding a group of people that all kind of have a similar mindset. We're not all the same mindset, but we all have like a similar mindset, and it just kind of works really well. Now, if like we also have like multiple groups in our guild too, like we have a group of 3 or 4 friends in Canada, we have like a group of 4 friends in another state, and like if any of those single groups quit, it would really hemorrhage our guild probably. But like as of right now, it's just pretty cool, and everyone just kind of enjoys playing together, and it's so it becomes like you're playing with friends essentially. And sometimes I hesitate to call it friends because I'm old enough that I'm from the time where people you meet on the internet aren't your friends. It's a lot more accepted now. But like when I was younger, that was not accepted.
What's on your mind?
Okay, judgments. Yeah, that's good. I came back anyways. Get my abilities. Learn. What did I learn? Oh. I'm so confused. Okay. Oh, it just wasn't lighting up. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never actually met anybody online that I became real life friends with before. I mean, that's technically not true because I'm in a weird situation where I actually went to school. I went to high school with my wife, but I didn't know her in high school. So the first time I ever talked to her was online. But since we lived in the same town, we met like, the next day or whatever. Yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with it. But I know back when I was like 16, it was really frowned upon. But yeah, that to me, that's like the key with a guild is you just got to find a group of friends. And then what you see is like a lot of people will end up quitting when their guild falls apart because it's like their friends are quitting, right? Even though they might not be real life friends. If my guild quit, what I would do is I would try to try out for some of like top guilds and try to make time to make that style of raiding. I would at least attempt to. And then if that worked out, great. And if not, then I would probably just play. Then I would probably actually transition to more of a Mythic Plus style at that point. As long as I still like the game, which right now I still really like the game. And Red's actually really fun to play. I need to be level 6 before I leave the zone, so I might just be whacking some trogs at some point. You just kill stuff so fast once you get Judgment. So much easier. See, I don't understand the Frostbane Wolves. Let's not run away in fear. I don't feel like there's good set rules on how fear works. Where's my item here? Oh no. There it is. Test? I'm gonna go kill this thing. I'm like brain dead. I literally can't find this stuff. Campfire. Oh no. Maybe it's not spawned. I don't know. This might be a Google situation here. I know it's not in the tent. Let's go somewhere safe. This seems pretty safe. We're Googling it. A refugee's quandary. Screenshots. That's not that one. Chest. Okay, it spawns next to the campfire. So it must just not be there. There it is. Okay. Don't be a jerk. Yeah, hit him. There's so much of this on Classic, by the way. So that guy tried to use me to get the item, and then I used him to get the item, essentially. There's so much of that. It's like, no, not like good manners here. If you like good manners and like good gameplay, hardcore is not for you. This one's like by the gong or something. Bucket of bolts. And then I think the journals from the guy in the cave. Yeah. Yeah. I've done this quest so many times. I don't know where anything is. Another chest. Mine. Or stuff that doesn't matter. I like the updated chests on retail WoW. Like every chest you open in retail WoW actually has. Sorry, I'm actually playing the real hardcore rules. No groups. Other than dungeon. Dang. I need to get one more level, so I'm going to be killing some crap probably. We have another battered chest. This probably isn't worth it. But I need to kill more stuff anyway, so I think we go for it. These are only level 3. Wow. I died really fast. They don't run away in fear, so there's no worry of that. I actually was very mad at Blizzard when they got rid of Find Treasure on Dwarves, because I always thought this was so cool. Keep in mind, I didn't use add-ons and stuff. Like now, I have an add-on that tells me where every chest is at. Oh, this dwarf wanted to get that chest. What do we got? Alfarium. It's a race down to see who can steal the tag on the boss. Oh, there's not that many people here. People must not be dying. Oh, there's a dead guy. Siege lock. Mine. Man, Paladin feels just unkillable. We good? I'm getting a lot of gray items, which is good for your money. but I'd much rather get bags. On my 4 characters that I made, I think I had like 3 bag drops total, and they all made it to about level 20 or higher. I had to buy my bags or make them. I had a tailor on one of them. Very bad bag luck. Originally, in vanilla, I got bags pretty well. I think me and my friend both got 1 or 2 early on. Wow, you literally spawned on me. I'm not a huge Asmongold fan, but I've seen him react to hardcore before. And one thing he always says is stand your ground, and that's definitely true. Too many people try to run away when stuff spawns on them, and it just dazes them, and you gotta stand your ground and kill the stuff, unless you absolutely can't. Then you have to try to run, but as long as you can kill it, you probably should.
Well met. See you soon.
Get a shield that I don't want, or a staff I don't want.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Follow the road back to Amblemar. Go to the tunnel.
See you soon.
Okay. Then Felix must be in Amblemar. There's no zoom on the map or anything. It's wild. It's so rough just getting to level 10 so you get your talents. I think this would be really cool. So what they should do is they should like import the style of talent tree from retail. Like not the exact stuff because you'd have too much power or whatever, but like the style of talent tree from retail and put it on like one of these classic hardcore servers. That'd be really cool. I hate waiting till level 10 for my talents, and then my first talent being something completely worthless.
Off and away.
Don't like it.
Be seeing you.
Okay, so I need to get like half a bar of XP technically. I think I'll be fine though, because this class is like really strong. So I think I'm gonna keep it moving. That I need to sell. I think there's a vendor down here. You sell stuff? Yeah. Good old Adlin.
Finest wires in the land.
Gloves. Okay. I need any of this. 3 whole silver.
Be good.
In vanilla WoW, I was so. Keep in mind, I'm just like I'm just a teenager here, but in vanilla WoW, this is my first introduction to like fantasy games at all, and I would literally every vendor. So like when I got to Chronos, I would buy the white gear from the vendor as upgrades for my current gear. Now, keep in mind, I didn't get a green item until I was in my 20s, so there's part reason for that, but I had no idea. I thought you had to upgrade your gear by buying it. I didn't know gear drops.
Thank you.
That was funny.
Off and away.
Okay, so we need to just turn in 2 things in Chronos, it looks like. Kill this. Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I was playing a warrior, and I was like trying to tank, but like I had no good gear at all, and I just would fall over dead. And so eventually, after my friend who was playing a warlock learned Voidwalker, we used the Voidwalker for a tank. It was interesting. One thing that I want to avoid doing is like I see people like using fences and like jumping over fences to like make the mobs run around it. I get why you do it, but like to me that just takes some of the fun out of the game. Just because the mobs aren't coded to deal with something or whatever. That is like the only way you can solo some stuff though. Like harder quests. Is to do stuff like that. At least there was a lot of trogs in here. A lot of times all these trogs are dead. So I got like a quarter of my bar. Just from killing stuff through. Good old Cronus. There's a ton of run. I mean, there is in all the zones, I guess, but just, you know, bringing the beer to different dwarves. It's kind of fun. There's no calendar. I can't look at that. I was gonna say, I wonder if they have Brewfest on here, because that's coming up soon. I'm actually hype about that. So, Brewfest and Halloween got revamped, and that'll be whenever they come out in October. Hoping to make it to level 10 tonight, but I don't know. This part is so slow. When I do this walking, it's just painful. This is not the part that I have nostalgia about. I remember all the good fights and stuff, and not all the walking. This. Oh no! R. Bailey. Fighting too many boars, I guess. Rip R. Bailey. Iron Forge. It's so weird too. Like, look how bad the view distance is. That's crazy. I think that's with everything turned up all the way. I guess it's not up all the way. Does that help anything? Can I see it? No. Brett has one button, yeah, basically. I'm not even right yet. I hate waiting till level 10 to get my talents.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
I leveled my first paladin ever as holy, and I have like a deep-seated want to do that again, but I don't know if I want to punish myself.
Great to meet you. See you soon. Great to meet you. Safe travels. Watch your back. You got my attention. See you soon.
Here's my reward.
Watch your back.
Make this in my home. That's what I always forget to do. Super important on Classic. Hard? Okay, we're not gonna do that. Come on. That was I don't know if you saw that, but that was a very inappropriate guild name there. A lot of that on Classic. A lot of best for hardcore, in my opinion, are like Frost Mage. Actually, kind of the cloth classes: Frost Mage, Shadow Priest, Warlock, especially like once you get your pet, and then also Hunters, obviously, because they have a pet. I would say those four are like the strongest. Ret's pretty good too, because you have good power for leveling. Like Ret's power falls off at the high level, but it's good power for leveling, and then a lot of survivability. So Ret's not bad as a melee. A lot of the other melee are pretty rough though. I don't like the Night Elf starting though that much. It's just my own nostalgia though. This is just where I played. This is what I like. I'm just biased. That's all it is to it. Yeah, Locke's a good choice.
Off with you.
It's definitely not the strongest, but like later on, once Warlock's power scales like a lot as you level. So like if you get to the later on stuff, you can pull a lot of mobs with like Siphon Life and stuff like that, and you can do some cool stuff with Warlock later on. You just gotta stay alive early. Use your pets when you have them. Wendigos. Boars, bears, Wendigos. I know on a Warlock, once you get to, if you're like, technically you're not supposed to play Affliction because it's not the best, but I think like once you get to Tenaris level, Affliction Warlock, you can pull like a lot of stuff. That's what I remember back in the day, at least. That's from my original vanilla memories, though. I think I'm gonna buy this. No, that'll take up a bag spot. Or so I'll grab the ammo while I'm down there. Yeah, I always played AF. Like I played a little bit of Demonology and Shadowlands at the end because it was kind of cool, but I've always liked AF. Like I'm very like super old school. I play all my characters like the same as I did back in vanilla, even when their specs aren't good. So I always prefer AF. I like old school AF more, but Frost Mage is really fun if you like Mage, because Frost Mage can solo almost everything in the game, and it just, you almost never feel like you're gonna die. But then again, I've seen people do the same thing on Priest, so Power Word Shield's very strong. And if you're going to play a cloth one, just make sure you get a wand very early, because I know that's very important. Yeah, so you'll kind of get enough for like your mounts and stuff by leveling. It'll be close, right? It'll depend on what all you get. Now, in this version of hardcore, you are allowed to use the auction house, so you can make gold that way. And so you probably in that case, as long as you sell like greens and stuff you get on the auction house, you can probably have enough gold by the time you hit level. I know even without the auction house that I still was pretty close, and I had to wait like an extra level or so. But that's also assuming, you know, you're selling everything out of your bags, you're looting everything. Yeah. I actually like having the auction house on. I know it like creates a bunch of contention and stuff, but I like having it on. I gotta figure out professions as well. The obvious thing would be to do blacksmith to make my own gear, but gear's not really that big of an issue. I also really don't care. Like I said, I don't care to play at 60. Like I'm not gonna raid on this character or anything. So there's no real reason to do engineering other than maybe duels or something. So it's hard to say. Chest here. Oh, whoa. Huge aggro range on these things. That would have been bad. Let's heal. How much does this do? Almost my whole health bar. But now we know these have a huge aggro range. We'll be a little bit more careful. Drink a little bit. These guys don't have their find treasure on, so they don't know there's a chest over here. Kill at least one more, maybe two. Oh, they're gonna get that one for me, I guess. Oh, come on, you jerk. No! I'm not in combat. Ah, I clicked it before him. You little thief. Healing potions. F. Probably start working out of the cave here. I don't really... Oh, like this. I don't really want to get overwhelmed. Caves are the most dangerous place on hardcore. Stuff spawns on you and you are just dead. How many... I got griefed in a cave, and my rep paladin who died legitimately died in a cave. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna pop that. Okay, we need to heal. Hope I don't get crit. Okay, we're gonna heal again. Now we're in potion range. This guy's helping me. Very nice of him. I almost died at level 6. So embarrassing. Up until this guy thinks. Thank you, Trog. In the real hardcore, you're not allowed to ask for help, but in this you can. There's no like special rules on this. But I am not gonna ask. Okay, at least this guild is not racist or whatever. But I'm still not gonna join. Earlier, I got invited to join a very inappropriate guild. How many mains? I only got 4 of my mains. Ooh, I could have definitely done a different quest first, though. These level 7s are not the easiest. I think I'm gonna do the boards first. When I hit 60, I will probably... So if I'm having fun, I'm probably just going to make another character. So the fun for me in Classic is pretty much just the leveling and stuff like that. So maybe... So let's say I make this dwarf up to 60. You know, maybe I make a night elf next, or a human, or a horde even, or something. But I don't really plan on raiding or anything. Too much, especially with all like the world buffs and stuff like that. Way too much commitment. So I'm just kind of a leveling enjoyer. Leveling Andy. If I'm being super realistic, I probably will die before I get to 60. But I didn't get very far. I think my highest character is like 40 or something with the add-on, and there's just so much griefing, at least by the time I started. I don't know if there always was. It was crazy. Alright, we're gonna go do boars. One more. And then boars. Yeah, I think that would be cool too. I'm wondering if they're gonna do more, and like if they, so this seems like it's pretty successful so far. So as long as there's a lot of players doing it, they could do like seasons of it. Like, you know, they try to do season of mastery or whatever. I would love to see them put achievements in just for hardcore, right? Like they don't have to taint classic with it or whatever. They could put the achievements in just for hardcore. I think that'd be pretty cool. And hopefully they're working on something like that. I assume I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm really in the hardcore community, so hopefully that's been, you know, suggested to them on forums and stuff like that. I think that'd be really neat. And even like you said, a mount, like level 60, you get a special mount for making it. That'd be cool. Yeah, the only thing with rating is like the memes, right? So like obviously I make videos, but like if you're like a bigger content creator, like you could make some funny stuff out of it, or you could like wipe your raid on purpose or something, which obviously is not very nice to do, but like you could make content out of it. But as just a regular player, I don't see the intrigue. I need to find some bears. Just a couple more boars. I definitely would never play melee as a raider. I would be playing range and I would be escaping as soon as somebody did something wrong. Dude, that's cool. Thank you a lot, Joe. Don't worry, I'll still be making more rat videos. There's just nothing to really make videos on right now, unfortunately for rat. But if we get Mythic Sarkarath down next week, which is very possible, and we go back through and clear the raid, I might do some parsing stuff or whatever. I don't know, but I'm just waiting for more stuff. But thank you a lot, man. I appreciate the support. I actually have a hilarious story. So in raid, it was just last night. So in raid last night, we got really good prog last night. Like we went from dying in phase 2 to like getting through almost all of phase 3 in one night. So it was pretty big prog last night. But I'm bopping the tank before. So a Mythic Sarkarath, you have to go up and down phases or whatever, and I'm bopping the tank before we go down as a group, and I'm sitting there spamming bop on the tank, and it's not going off. I horse over like right next to him. I assume I'm out of range or something. I horse over right next to him and just spamming bop, and I just die because I don't go down because I'm just trying to put bop on the tank, and like everyone's like, "Oh, don't worry, he just made a mistake or whatever," and I'm like, I speak up in voice. I'm like, to the tank, I guess I won't say his name, but I'm like, "Hey, did you have forbearance on you?" And he's like, "I don't know." And someone's like, "Yeah, he had forbearance on him." And I'm like, "Oh, well, the Holy Paladin must have lay on hands to you." And then all you hear her in voice chat go is, "Oh," it was so funny because everyone was watching me run around trying to bop him, and it just wasn't working. Oh, nice, the Skarn. Yeah, the Skarn's pretty easy now after the nerfs. Like easy's a relative term. You still have to learn the fight, but it's a lot less unforgiving, I guess. Obviously, it was easier way back before. I think my guild killed the hardest version of Zaskarn. We killed Zaskarn after the nerf of the standing in one spot thing that people were cheesing it, and before the next nerf. So I think we actually killed it when it was at its hardest. Our raid leader has COVID, and he hasn't been able to raid lead for about a week and a half. So hopefully he can talk next week too. We've had other people chiming in, but it's rough without the voice. Oh, I don't even need the voice. Oops, there's a bear. Nope, never mind. Bears, Wendigos, I can buy some malt. I can also learn spells. Thank you. Thanks, Joe. You have a good night too, man. No, I've never heard of that. That sounds pretty cool. Sounds really hard too. I guess in retail it wouldn't be too hard, but until you started doing rating or Mythic Plus, then it'd be very hard. I hate dying, so I definitely respect that. Somebody playing in the game and just never dying.
Well met.
I used to have this naughty habit. So I would actually bubble Hearth out if it was like the last pull of the night and we died in some stupid way, and then like some people were getting really mad about it because they had to wait to release until my loading screen loaded, and that was that was before I had an SSD where my WoW was saved, and so the loading screen sometimes would take a while. People would get really mad at me. But I hate dying is why I did it. It wasn't like trying to be cool or anything. I hate dying so much. It's annoying. So I don't know what level I get this, but not yet. I do not know if I'm going to make it to level 10. I'll be 7 soon. Definitely 8. Who is the high? You guys can't see the chat, but there's some good conversations going on. Right now, it's not that bad. Who's the highest level so far? Anyone hit 60 yet? One thing I don't understand. I don't know if it's an age thing. Like, is it older players who are playing Classic? But there's a lot more like nastiness on Classic. Oh yeah, Dead Mines for sure, Westfall for sure. I can see people getting, well, if they make it to Dark Shore, getting overrun there. Not Dark Shore, Duskwood. I was thinking of Darkshire. Oh, thanks, man. Helping me. Alright, I'm going back in this scary cave, but I'm gonna ding 7 soon. In any obvious griefers? So far, I've seen no griefers, which is a good sign. The server is full, so it means there's a lot of people here, and so far, no griefing. Now, the griefing really starts, like, oh, come on, you jerk. The griefing really starts when people start hitting max level. You'll have max level people trying to pull stuff to you and stuff. Now, they did change some of the leashing things for this, but that doesn't change the fact that, you know, someone can still pull something like 20 yards to you. They just can't pull it across the entire zone to you. But yeah, no griefing yet. Just, I mean, so has somebody, like, people's trying to steal my mobs, steal my loot, that kind of stuff? Yes, that is rampant in hardcore. There's tons of that, but nothing like where they're obviously trying to get me killed yet. Oh, this guy's like a Skinner. Okay. Oh shit. Ah, shit. I really don't want to fight too. I can fight too. What's this do? I can't do anything. Oh, okay. I would have preferred you hit the other one, but... Stranglethorn, yeah. So Stranglethorn, I literally almost quit playing World of Warcraft because of Stranglethorn. I stopped playing, so me and my friends were like addicted right away to playing. And I stopped playing World of Warcraft for like, I don't know, a week. Like, in the middle of being completely addicted to it, I stopped playing it for like a week because of Stranglethorn. It was so much camping, so much. We were on a PvE server, or PvP server, so it was just so much grief. But yeah, I almost never played the game again. Which would have been a shame. I had a lot of good memories playing the game. See if I can only pull one. Nope. Damn. Feel free to pull this other one. Or not. Yeah, thanks. Trying to steal my chest. Let's see who got it first. Me or Jerk? Jerk. I guess it's fitting that someone named Jerk got it. You can have it. So that kind of stuff you're gonna see a lot if you play hardcore. Oh, the dead guy, girl, Drappy, rip. Oh man, look at all these people dying. Snim is dead. Poor Snim. He had a little axe. Clearly not a mythic raider. Okay. Don't want stuff spawning on me. This guy's waiting for me to kill stuff so he can skin it. Okay. Yeah, you kill that one. I'm going to try to find some bears. I really want to finish these quests. I would like to at least get to Brunel Village over here. That would be my goal. I did want to get to level 10, but I don't know if that's going to be possible. Just like to get my first little talent point ticked in. Thick bear fur. The bears are very dead. There's 2 bears. Guess we're pulling 2 bears. Or not. Oh, there it is. Don't form. Really wish I had Hammer of Justice, but that's got to be soon. It's got to be like level 10 or 12 or something. Alright. 1 fur, 2 fur. Easy. 100% drop rate. No luck at all. Wait. Save a little time. Always forget to use the damn thing. I probably like have like most unnecessary walking.
What's on your mind? Be good.
So these must go to Steel Grills. Depot. I think I can get something from one of these. Nope. I should probably go learn like professions soon.
What can I do for you? See you soon.
Okay, so now I have to go to Brunel, so at least I'll have that done.
What's on your mind? Watch your back. Be good.
And then, okay. So just go to Brunel Village, basically. I'm going to try to learn some professions. I think I can learn mining and blacksmithing here in town. I don't really know if I'll ever use it, but it's kind of good to have, I guess. Also, the auction house is available, so I could sell stuff, which is good. That's one rule I'm breaking on, like, hardcore rules. Is I do plan on using the auction house. I don't mind that at all. Oh, where's the train? Journeyman blacksmith. Okay. So I need to find the mining trainer. Am I gonna do cooking? No. Should I do cooking? Yes. We need to find the mining trainer. I also need a blacksmith hammer and mining pick, which are gonna take up 2 bag slots. Where's the mining trainer? Hello.
Great to meet you.
Profession trainer. I'm blind. Mining. Oh, he's at Steel Girls Depot. I'm really looking forward to it. Just looking at the skyline makes me think of this. I'm really looking forward to the dragon racing here. I think it's gonna be cool. So I really want them to have one that's like all around this mountain and maybe goes into the wetlands area that was like supposed to be part of the Dwarven experience or whatever. I think that'd be really cool. Hoping they don't let me down on that. Okay, mining, cool. Let's go to this. Okay, we need to find minerals. I don't want that on my bar though. Smelting and blacksmithing. Okay. The true classic experience. So I just need to go all the way to Broodhall Village. That's it. Easy. For leveling, honestly, probably the Night Elf. Just because you could drop combat. Wait. You can't use it in combat in Classic. So definitely Stone Form. Because it's not as useful on Classic. Another dead guy. Stone Form could take off a poison or a bleed that's going to kill you. And it also just increases your armor too. So I would say definitely that. Yeah, I always forget about that. Like, Shadow Meld is so powerful right now in retail. I always forget that it wasn't as good back in the day. Like, it was still cool, but it wasn't as cool. Human is really good if you're Alliance, but probably Human and Dwarf are probably the best two. No, Gnome's good. So what makes Gnome good, if you're curious, is they have extra intellect or whatever, and a lot of the strongest classes are the cloth classes for this, especially Frost Mage and Shadow Priest are very, very strong for this leveling. And so you get the extra intellect by playing a Gnome, which can be helpful. So you'll see a lot of Gnome players, especially on those cloth classes. You won't see like a lot of Gnome warriors, but I think Horde probably overall has better stuff. Because like the Torrent stun would be really good, for example. But, you know, there's some stuff that you can't stun. It's almost, you know, you just want to pick something that's useful if you care about it or whatever. Or try to tie something useful to your class, like tie the intellect to your, you know, caster. biggest reason I'm playing dwarf, I said it when I started the stream, is just because my first character was a dwarf, so all my nostalgia is here. A lot of my most playtime is here in
How are you? Off with
Dunmoreau. So it's just more of a nostalgia choice for me. But Stoneform's incredibly useful. Later on, when there's actually good stuff in chests, like Find Treasure can actually be useful too. I'm gonna see if I can get in here and oh nope, there he is. Dang it. We'll be back. Human's really good for Paladin, so I would probably play Human if I was just like trying to be optimal. I would probably play like Tauren or something if I was trying to be like, okay, I have an AoE stun in case I get ganged up in a cave. But if I would have went Frost Mage, I would have been playing a Gnome. Which if this character dies and I do another character, it'll probably be a Frost Mage. It's just one of the easiest things. Holy crap, this is a heck of a run, guys. That's true. Bigger character model sometimes is better. Unless you're trying to line of sight, in which case you really want to have that small character model.
What's on your mind? Watch your back.
Alright, kill a bunch of crab.
Watch your back. Be good. Here there. Off with
Shimmer Weeds. There could be a lot of griefing up there.
What's on your mind?
That's easy. Steal some ale.
Well met.
We don't have a lot of room here. We're just gonna sell that.
See you soon.
So we basically kill a bunch of animals and then go check out the troll area, which could ironically be filled with trolls. Wake and Bake invites you to join Hardcore Knights. Okay, this is one of the most appropriate guilds I've been invited to join, at least.
Charging.
I gotta see if anyone in my guild's playing. I know at least one of my guild members is playing, but they're playing Horde, I think. For their own nostalgia. I don't know what I like more. The old school of having to mine it multiple times, or on retail, just being able to click it once. I tend to lean towards retail, but I don't know. Also in retail, you don't have, it's not like a one-person tag for the thing. Hey, what's up? A lot of people, if you try hardcore and you're coming from retail, a lot of people will be like, okay, retail's not that bad. There's a lot of the responses I see. Started a rogue. Nice. What are you? What alliance horde? What race? What's the deeds?
Still recharging.
Heal. Oh wow, this stuff's kind of high level. Really hate just sitting and killing stuff though. Dwarf rogue, nice. I always support dwarf. This guy's going shadow priest. Shadow priest, you pretty much wand and power word shield yourself. So your mana is used on your defense, and you use your wand for your offense. Wands are also just incredibly strong for leveling. I'm gonna go check out the troll area. Everyone's buffing me. I don't have any buffs yet. Must get them at level 8. Currently in chat, they are having a political discussion, as is normal for Classic WoW. Discussion is, you know, maybe giving them too much credit. But. What do I have on my second monitor? Well, right now I have chat on my second monitor, but if I am playing without streaming, I almost certainly would have on a podcast, like a podcast that's also video or something like that. I'm on the Pillager, the server that has the word Pillager in it. But yeah, I would be watching some sort of a podcast. I watch a lot of comedy podcasts and some learning podcasts, I would say, would be a broad way to say it. But a lot of comedy podcasts. Actually, right now, what I would be watching, that's a good question, is I watch like new rock stars and like Screen Rant, you know, the people that like break down like movies and stuff like that for the Ahsoka stuff. Because I just finished episode 2 of Ahsoka tonight, so I'd probably be watching that right now if I wasn't streaming. Defias Pillager. I think it's called Defias Pillager. The server just came to me. I'm gonna take my chances going up here on the hardcore with the add-on or whatever on Bloodcell Buccaneers. There's a lot of griefing up here, so far I haven't really had much griefing though. Late night TV rabbit holes. Okay. Okay, so I gotta ask the question. Late night TV, are you talking like... You said old late night, so are you talking like Jay Leno, Johnny Carson? Or are you talking like something else? When I hear late night, I think of like Tonight Show and stuff like that. Conan. Okay, yeah, I'm a big Conan fan. Huge Conan fan.
Charging.
Oh no, I might die. Hold on, I gotta get out of here. This isn't griefing, but it's kind of like griefing. I'm gonna potion just to be safe because I don't want to die and lose my character. Should be fine, but it's going good so far. I almost just died. There's a lot of griefing up here. That wasn't a grief. That was just so that a lot of mobs spawn together up here, and so people will just run and like kite them over you and hope that they attack you, basically, so they don't die. So it can be a little bit dangerous. Oh yeah, Conan. I like Norm too, but I'm a huge Conan fan. So I used to spend a lot of time with my cousin when I was growing up, and he didn't have hardly any TV or whatever, and so we didn't have like anything cool to watch like at nighttime. And so I was actually watching Conan when I was like a little kid, and I still watch him sometimes, even his newer stuff. Wow, this stuff's level 9, so yeah, I'm gonna go back to killing the animals. At least that stuff's my level. Yeah, my favorite Conan bit is actually the Chuck Norris lever. When I've listened to his podcast a couple times. The Chuck Norris lever where he NBC acquired the rights to USA or whatever, and they put this little silly thing. It was like a lever, and you would pull it and play Chuck Norris clips. Oh gosh, that was so funny. I still watch those sometimes. Home Zone. Yeah, I was a big Conan guy. I was really annoyed when the whole Jay Leno thing happened with him. He got robbed. Conan Explores the World or something like that. It's on like Netflix or something. Is actually really good and really funny. I'm a comedy enjoyer. My favorite comedian right now is probably, I don't know his name that much because I only see him on like clips, but the Conan Lullaby. It's like Jeff Curry, I think his name is. The Conan Lullaby. Yeah, I remember it, but it's not coming to me. It's like he would like everything would dim, and he'd sing the song, but I don't remember the song. That was around the time when he was doing the year 2000 thing, like in the year 2000. But I don't actually remember the song. I wonder if there's a big crossover in people who like World of Warcraft and people who like Conan O'Brien. It's funny that I don't normally run into people who like Conan, so it's funny. Oh yeah, that's what it was. You'd play the violent clips. He went to BlizzCon. That's really cool. I mean, I guess BlizzCon used to be like the biggest thing. So. My big if I had a suggestion, I guess it's only if you really have food takes, I guess. But there's a podcast called Taste Buds. It's Sal Volcano from the Practical Jokers, and he's with a different comedian, Joe DeRosa. He played the vet on Better Call Saul. That's where a lot of people know him from. And it's a really good podcast. They basically argue about food or whatever. That's one thing I listen to. I listen to Bad Friends, Andrew Santino, Bobby Lee, and then other than that, it's more like, you know, whoever has like a guest on that I like or something like that. Eggs are almost full, but I think we can. I don't know if we can finish the quest or not. We're gonna try. Am I going to BlizzCon? No. It would just be. I live on the other side of the country, and I got a family and stuff. It would just be too hard. I wouldn't mind going one day. Maybe like if my whole guild went or something like that, I could justify it. But it's also super expensive randomly this year. Not that that's really the deciding factor for me, but it is a factor. I also am very like so I'm from the Midwest in the US, and like I don't know, the culture around here, like you don't talk certain ways to people, would be how I phrase it. Like if you say certain things, you're like asking to be in a fight or something like that. And I had some weird drama with Asmongold a long time ago when I didn't know who he was. Like, it was complete ignorance on my part. Complete stupidity, ignorance on my part. I didn't even know who he was. And he, like, said something nasty to me, and his fans, like, went crazy at me, and that's when I realized who he was. But, like, some of the people who said stuff to me are, like, big WoW players now. And if I saw them at BlizzCon, like, I'm so petty. Like, I would want to... Like, I'm not saying I would, but I would want to, like, maybe, like... You know, to say I would punch them is a little much, but I'd want to, like, maybe start some trouble. I don't know. They were just so rude. But... That's just me being petty, I guess. Yeah, I'm older and wiser now, but... So this will put me to level 8. And then I could probably do that leper gnome quest, because those trolls were level 9, man, and they spawned together. Whew. My no, sorry, man. There's just no way I could go. But I appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you to even possibly offer that. That's very kind. You have a good night, though. Heroic Sylvanas Pug with Asmon. They're from Texas, right? Yeah. So, like, the whole thing with him was I just didn't know. I didn't know he was famous, right? And I thought he was just some random person talking crap on Twitter. And I was new to Twitter. And I said something to him. And he said something really, like, nasty back. And they, like, started this whole thing. And it led to, like, a bunch of WoW players, like, trying to gang up on me. Because, like, I was clearly, like, a noob in this situation. And so, like, my beef wouldn't even be with Asmongold himself. It would be with some of the other players that said stuff. And some of them are, like, very known players. And they want to remember me, probably. But I remember them, because, again, I'm, like, kind of petty like that. So I remember them, and I remember what they said. Two more boars. Wanna... Man, time really flies when you're doing this. Holy crap, it's been 2 hours already and I'm level 7. I'm just probably really bad at this.
How are you?
Don't need that. Really don't need the linen either, but I can sell it. Yeah, he's so I don't want to get on too many takes with Asmon, but I think it's just he speaks to like the part of the community that kind of quit WoW, so it kind of makes sense that he doesn't play WoW. He speaks to the people that don't really like it anymore. I feel like is like a big part of his audience, which is why like if you go to his YouTube, like every 4th video will be, "Oh, World of Warcraft's really dead now," you know, and it's like his fans are kind of people who used to play, but don't really play that much anymore or whatever, or at all. Which it's a big audience when like 12 million people used to play. You know, the audience of people that quit is just as big or bigger. Yeah, I mean, Korthia was terrible. I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about it on the channel, but like I don't mince any words about that. That patch was terrible. Shadowlands wasn't good. I was just raid logging myself. But, you know, people will come back if the game's good. And if it's not, they won't. I think Dragonflight kept a lot of people around longer, from what they said, which makes sense. And so if the next expansion's like really cool looking, so if it's like a big, if it's more traditional, like Dragonflight's about peace and harmony and stuff, if it's more like war, I think people will at least give it a chance. And then if it's good, you know, they'll play it. Yeah, it was called City of Secrets, and then there was like no secrets there. That was always weird with Korthia. I actually kind of liked the raid that tier. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was the you know, the domination shards or whatever. So we're gonna go. Oh no, I still have more time. Yeah, let's go check out the leper gnomes and see what level they are. There's no city, no secrets. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. No, there's no actual city, and there's no actual secrets here. Yeah, I totally understand people quitting around then. And you know, what I always say is, and I say it on my channel and stuff, is that like if people want to quit, that's on them. I don't like. There's nothing wrong with that, and you should quit any game you're not having fun playing, in my opinion. Obviously, I want people to play, because I want people to play with, but... If you're not having fun, you shouldn't play because you're just going to be miserable. And then you're going to, like, just flame the game all the time. I actually have a lot of fun playing my Evoker right now. Or else I probably would just be raid logging. Even though the game's actually fun. Yeah. It's like, it's almost like it's like justifying yourself. Oh, these are level 10, so we're definitely not doing this. It's like trying to justify that you quit, and so I made the right decision. You should make the right decision too. You need to quit too, kind of thing. Yeah, I always find that really weird. So like so if someone's linking you stuff like that, you know, they probably had a pretty unhealthy relationship with the game, would be my guess. Like, I don't like to use the word addicted because I don't think it's addiction. I think it's habitual, and I think, you know, when you form a habit during a certain part of your life, it could be a lot like addiction. And I think there's a lot of people who deal with that, and so, you know, and so many people played World of Warcraft at one point that it's just such a large number of people, and there's going to be a good number of people that have that, you know, those habits ingrained into them. Yeah, I don't like that either. Like, I never get it, and, you know, during that time too, Corthy or whatever, since I was still playing, and, you know, I'm not a big content creator, but just anybody who was making content at that time, there were people literally coming in, like, leaving comments to kill yourself and stuff like that, saying terrible things to you just because you were playing or whatever, and calling you a shill and all those kind of things. And it's like, no, if I don't like the game, I just won't play it, and I'm not going to tell anyone else not to play it. If I don't like it, I won't play it. I've never understood that. Like, so, like, I always bring it up. I quit in Mists of Pandaria. I quit playing, and because I wasn't having fun. Now, a lot of people love Mists of Pandaria. It's their favorite expansion ever. They would say, how could you possibly quit during Mists of Pandaria? Someone just subscribed to my channel, so if you're watching, thank you. But if you... how could you quit playing during Mists of Pandaria? It's just because I wasn't having fun. I didn't tell anyone else to quit during Mists of Pandaria. I just wasn't having fun. I do kind of regret it in hindsight because they had a lot of achievements in Mists of Pandaria. And so I'm missing... I would be like a very high-end achievement person if I would have not quit, but... Yeah, I never would tell someone else to quit having fun. There's a good meme I like that's like that says, like, stop having fun, like they're trying to convince you not to do something and then just, like, yelling at you not to have fun. It's lame. The same thing I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you were in here yet, but I play Fallout 76. Tons of people hate Fallout 76. And tons of people, especially when it first came out, were like, why are you still playing that? It's a stupid game. Why are you playing that? I'm like, oh, I actually like it because of this reason and this reason. And they're like, well, those are stupid reasons. You can't like it. I just never understood that. Like, if I like it, who cares? You don't have to like it. Same thing with, like, I always try to point out on my channel, like, there's other stuff to do in the game, even if I don't like it. Like, there's pet battles, there's the dragon racing, there's all kinds of side stuff to do. If you don't like it, that's fine, but some people do like it, and, you know, it's worth pointing that out. Dratnos, he's a WoW creator. He does a lot of really endgame stuff. So if you're not really into, like, the really, really nitty gritty of endgame, he might not be for you, but he's actually an endgame player, one of the few endgame players that does do some of the side stuff like I do. So he's one of the only WoW creators that I actually like subscribe to and follow and stuff. But yeah, I guess to kind of put a bow on that talking point or whatever is that I think Dragonflight's really, really good. You know,
What's on
I
your
think
mind?
I was gonna make a video about this, but I didn't. I think there was an interview with Ian Hazakostas, and he very coyfully, you know, he's a former lawyer or whatever, and so he's always very careful with his words.
What
And
can I do
he
for
mentioned specifically that like there was still like when you're making a game and millions of players are playing it, I think he really wanted to hammer home that there's still like multiple million people playing World of Warcraft. It's not as much as there once was, right? At this point in expansion, back in the day there'd still be like 6 million people playing, and now it's probably like 2, right? And it's a lot less. But purify. Yeah, so the Fallout 76 thing, I know my friends, so I was convinced to get Fallout 76 by my friends, and then they quit before they even gave it a chance, and it could have been from videos like that. And the thing I'll say about Fallout 76 is this. It was very buggy at launch, not in a game-breaking way, but in an annoying way. And then it was very much like you have to do the exploring yourself. Like it was not going to handhold you or whatever. Well, I actually like that, right? So it was actually my favorite part of the game when it first came out. So I actually liked having to find everything myself, right? Having to find the computers that had the information, having to find, you know, this and that. Like, I enjoy that personally, but a lot of people don't. And I think some people do enjoy it, but never gave it a chance because of media and things like that. It also just was not a traditional Fallout game, right? Even now, what's good about the way they made it, though, is I think the max is like 20 or 25 people on a server. So even though there's only like 10,000 players, at least like concurrent players, so let's just say like there's 8 to 20,000 players on Fallout 76, which isn't a lot since there's only 20 people per server. It actually always feels full, right? And that's how it was on launch too. It's not like they lowered it because the game flopped. You know, the game always feels full still because there's only a max of so many people. Yeah, I'm one of the very few that play it, but it is what it is. It's also they kind of changed. So when it first came out, it was not like pay to win, but they did modify it that way, right? And I think that was for financial reasons, right? The game flopped, they had to make some money somehow, so they made it like pay to win. But since there's no real end game and there's no real competition, there's no competitiveness to it. So it's really not pay to win, it's pay to like have all the coolest stuff. So if you actually just like the shooting and stuff like that of the game, and I what I would recommend to Fallout 76 is the actual campaign. And if you actually like the shooting and stuff, it's fun. And if not, it's probably not for you. Did you catch Todd Howard interview? No, I don't know. No, I haven't watched that. I'll have to check that out. I do watch a little bit of Lex Friedman. I was talking about the podcast earlier. I have this thing. So I told you I got this random argument with Asmongold. I have this thing where I can annoy people really easily and without trying to. Okay? So I actually Lex Friedman blocked me just because I said the most innocuous thing to him. So on Twitter, when I first found Lex Friedman, I replied to one of his things. I was like, "Hey, thought you were really intelligent, sounded really intelligent and thoughtful. You know, I thought you'd had a good podcast, whatever." And then that was the only thing I ever replied to him on Twitter. I don't have a Reddit or anything like that. And then so Elon Musk did something actually stupid. Like, I think Elon Musk gets kind of crapped on too much overall, but he did actually something really stupid. I can't remember what it was. He was pushing some conspiracy theory that was like, you know, clearly not a real one. Like, I believe some conspiracy theories are real, but he was pushing a really dumb one. And Lex was like, we should be more forgiving and blah blah blah. And I go, all I said to Lex was, "Come on, Lex, comma, don't simp for Elon," and he blocked me. So I always have like this little harbored annoyance with him, but a little bit thin-skinned. But I still watch some of his stuff, and I wouldn't mind watching that with Todd Howard. But yeah, I just annoy people. I've had multiple ESPN people. So I used to be into sports. I don't really care about sports that much anymore. But I had multiple people from ESPN argue with me on Twitter and get really nasty with me, like say nasty things to me. I just annoy people, and I don't know why. Game theory, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll put that in my little queue and maybe give that a look-see this weekend. Oh man, I don't know how much longer I got in me here. Where's... Okay. Okay, so this quest is pretty easy. Oh. Well, maybe not if I have to go in the cave. Yeah, this is rough, man. This happened to me on all my characters. I get to about this far, and I'm like, I think it's a good time for a break. But at the same time, I, you know, kind of want to, have, you know, when you do something like this, you have to like almost set like little goals for yourself. And I was hoping to get to level 10 tonight. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it'd be a shame just to give up if this quest is actually not that bad. Oh my god. Okay, so if you ever see anybody with 3 things running after him, just get out of the way. Because they're going to try to trap them on you. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I could kill a couple more gnomes. I don't know what made me think. Well, just because you said survival, I guess. But Fallout was also sold as like a survival game, and it was pretty big survival early on. But they've actually changed that. It's not very much survival anymore. It's like it has the survival aspects, but they're not difficult. Like ammo, for example, used to be hard to get, but now ammo is like very easy to get. Oh, come on. Oh shit, bear. Wait, I think I can purify that off too. In retail, when you never sit down to drink, it's so weird to have to sit down and drink in this game. Level are you? Level 11? Ugh.
I need to get closer. That spell is.
Yes, Miley Cyrus. So, like, what a lot of people do is they finish their starting area and then they go to the other starting area. I don't really like that. It's smart, but I don't like to do it. You gonna heal me? Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Did not ask for help. Just received it.
I'm gonna mage.
Level 10. Wow. I think this is the best idea I've ever had. So if you get out of this thing's cast rage, it just gives up. That's funny. Yeah, true. With the whole, yeah, they should, because I mean I know that, you know, I think without the bugs, like, maybe more people would have given it a chance at least. So I hope they take that from it. Also, just I don't know, clearly too, like, whether I agree with it or not, like, maybe it's not the best idea to like kind of try to change the game. Change Fallout from what it traditionally was or whatever. I thought it was good, but I also was not someone who played original Fallout. So as someone who played Fallout 4, I thought it was like almost a better version of that. But I guess some people who originally played Fallout didn't like Fallout 4 that much. So they wouldn't be interested in like a better version of Fallout 4. That's one weird thing about me, is I actually don't play a lot of different games. I play World of Warcraft. Right now I play Fallout 76. I play stuff with my son, but like I don't play a lot of different games. I wait till the games that I like come out, kind of. I played Halo Infinite when it came out. Got to max rank and then quit. Obsidian or whatever it was. No, I can't. So I'm one of those people that would get hate on Twitter. I am not a fan of turn-based. Like, everything, that's not to say anything bad about the game. Everything about the game looks really good. The combat just ruins it for me. It's just not for me. And like, people are getting destroyed by saying that online. but it's not even that I wouldn't even try it. Like, I'd possibly try it, but I would like almost like I would almost like for a game like that, I'd almost like exploring without having combat instead of having turn-based combat. Like, I would rather just go to all the NPCs, learn everything. That's like one of the big things I liked about World of Warcraft originally back in vanilla, was all the NPCs, all the hidden secrets, like behind what they say, and like Easter eggs and stuff like that. So like I love that part of it. I watched some streams when it first came out, and I was like, it looks really, really cool, but it doesn't look like something that I would like that much. Alright, so I'm playing for at least 6 more minutes. That's when my Hearthstone's up. Unless I die. I can make a YouTube video. Mythic Raider dies at level... What level am I? Level 8. On Classic. Classic is the harder game. Yeah. So Sark, we got really good prog on him this week. So I think he's going down next week. For sure. You kind of get a feel for when you're going to get your kills or whatever. Okay, I got to run. And we are very, very close to getting the kill. So, I'm very excited about that. I want to do reclear and try to parse, because I haven't got to try to parse since like the ret rework, basically. Because on prog, I'm trying to kill bosses. So I really want to like go in and like try to press my buttons really good. So I want to do reclear. I don't even know how much of my guild's interested in reclear, but I know everyone's interested in getting like the mount. So, and like you can get the mount from different difficulties, but it's a guaranteed drop on Mythic. So. I know I'm interested. Holy crap, that train is loud. I don't know if my mic picks that up, but that's very loud. Oh, goodness. That's a lot of me running away right now. Okay, let's see if I can keep this one in combat. There we go. That is awesome. I still don't have that mount. I would love to get that mount.
I can't do that yet.
I keep hoping, like, every time I do it. So, like, I was kind of starting to talk about this, but I've been playing my Og Evoker a lot. And I've even been doing, like, starter keys on it. And every time I run Freehold or Underride, I hope I get them out. I still never get it. I'm in the camp that likes Og Evoker. I think it's very fun to play. I think basically they just have to nerf the damage down to like ret damage, and then people will stop complaining about it. Inventory is full. How much time have we got on this? 1 minute. Alright, we're still gonna go. Got at least one more in us here. Yeah. I could see that. I don't mind how they nerf it. It's just really fun to play. And that's why I don't want that. Like, there's a lot of people say to get rid of it or whatever. But it's really fun to actually play it. And so that's why I like it, right? Like, pretty obvious. Same reason I like Ret. Is it because it's strong? It's because I like to play it. And I think, for me, Og Evoker's the same way. I enjoy it. I enjoy having, like, utility. I enjoy buffing my teammates. And while also trying to do my rotation perfectly as well. So it's kind of like an engaging spec. It's not hard, but it is engaging.
See you soon.
What else? So we almost got to level 9, which is only one level off, if you really think about it. That's my goal. Alright, so let's head back. So, CK, thank you specifically for hanging out with me a lot of the night. Thank you to everyone else who stopped by, anyone else who's here now. Anyone who's watching the video on replay, again, thank you. I'll be streaming this until I get bored of it, essentially. So, you know, if you see me live on YouTube, come check it out. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time or on the next video that I make for retail. So, see you guys.